Hi, and welcome to a brand new episode of
Lurch's List.
In the last episode, I listed my top 5 choices of Best Australian Actor, and in this episode, I will be stating my top 5 favourite comedic actors with an explanation of why that actor is in its place. Remember, the choices I give in this show are my own personal opinion, so please leave your own choice for Best Comedic Actor in the comments below. Before I start, I'd like to say this. I believe a comedic actor is a person that you either love or hate, and every person has a different sense of humour, which means that you might love, think are alright, or even hate my choices for favourite comedic actor.
Entry number 5.
My entry for number 5 goes to a man from Britain. He is the youngest and most unknown actor of my top 5 choices, which means he's the only one that might come as a surprise. He's probably much better known in his home country of Britain, as he's starred in various British stand-up comedy shows, but he's also appeared in a number of American films. He is perhaps best known for his lead role playing a socially awkward IT consultant in the British sitcom The IT Crowd. I'm sure you can guess who already, but I'll say it anyway. My choice for number 5 in favourite comedic actors goes to Richard Ayoade. As I said, Richard Ayoade is a British comedian, actor, writer, and even director, who's acted in and wrote various English shows, and every one that I've seen him in has never failed to make me laugh. One of the biggest reasons why I've placed Richard Ayoade on as number 5th in my favourite comedic actors list is because I think he's one of those naturally funny people who don't have to try hard to be funny. One of the reasons as for why he's only placed as my number 5 is that I think he's one of those comedians who hasn't had the chance to broaden his range as an actor. Despite that, I still find all of his performances convincing and funny, which is enough to show me that he's a good comedic actor.
Entry number 4.
Number 4 entry is a much better well-known comedic actor around the world. He's acted in various different comedy films that he's either starred in, written for, produced, and even directed a number of his own films. You've seen him in Starsky and Hutch, you've seen him in Dodgeball, you've seen him in Meet the Parents and its sequel, Meet the Fockers, you've seen him in Zoolander, Tropic Thunder, and Night at the Museum. That's right, my choice for 4th best comedic actor goes to the American Ben Stiller. The reason why I've put Ben Stiller as number 4 in Best Comedic Actors is because I found every film I've seen him in overly funny. The man has never failed to make me laugh, so I believe he's a very good comedian. Although I've only seen him in comedy films, I believe he's still able to play a number of very different roles and characters in his films. This means that he's not only a good comedian, but also a well-ranged actor. So my reasons for why I've placed Ben Stiller where I have is because not only is he a very funny man in all of his films, he's also managed to play many different roles in comedy films he's been in. Those are my reasons as to why the actor known as Ben Stiller is placed as number 4 on my best comedic actors list.
Entry number 3.
My number 3 choice is another very well-known comedic actor. However, this one comes from Canada. He became very famous for often playing a crazy person who makes very memorable and odd expressions on his face. You've seen him in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. You've seen him in Dumb and Dumber. You've seen him in The Mask and Bruce Almighty. That's right, my choice for 3rd best comedic actor goes to Jim Carrey. One of the people I consider a comedic legend. The reason as to why I have put Jim Carrey as number 3 on my top 5 comedic actors list is simply because he's crazy and awesome. Every film I've watched with him, I could swear that I've been close to tears with laughter. Even when I rewatch his films, he makes me cry with laughter. His films Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Dumb and Dumber, and Liar Liar make me laugh no matter how many times I watch them. I also think he could make me laugh if I watched Batman Forever again. So, all in all, I believe Jim Carrey is one of those naturally funny people who make every film they're in hilarious. Not only is Jim Carrey a great comedian, but he's also a great actor. He might usually play a crazy character that has weird mannerisms and expressions, but he's also managed to play a large range of characters. This can be said because some of his characters are smart, dumb, and all of them are just plain crazy. He's also been given the chance to expand his range with a few comedy and drama films, like Man on the Moon and The Truman Show. He was also given a full drama performance in The Eternal Sunshine on the Spotless Mind. So, my reasons for putting Jim Carrey as number 3 of best comedic actors is because I think he's one of those naturally funny people who make every film they're in hilarious. What's more, he's also a great actor who's done every role flawlessly, and he has made me laugh in each one. Those are my reasons for placing Jim Carrey as number 3 in my top comedic actors list, because to me, He's a comedic legend.
Entry number 2.
Time for my number 2 entry, a man people considered a comical genius, and someone who will be greatly missed. This is an actor who improvised a lot of his dialogue within film and TV, and his improvised dialogue often ended up being funnier than what was actually written in the script. Sadly, he died last year. You saw him in the sitcom Mork and Mindy, you've seen him in the films Good Morning Vietnam, Patch Adams, Dead Poets Society, The Birdcage and Good Will Hunting. I'm sure it's obvious by now who I've chosen. My choice for second greatest comedic actor goes to none other than the legend himself, Robin Williams. As I said, this man is probably one of the biggest comedic geniuses in history. He manages to make any film he's in, no matter how bad or depressing, funny. Robin Williams wasn't just a great comedian, but also a great actor. He could act in any comedy film that came his way, but also any drama film as well. He could always play a different character and completely transform himself within a film. Personally, I think his drama films were in some ways better than his comedy films, but he still managed to put comedy within his drama films that could make anyone laugh. Those are my reasons for why I've put Robin Williams as number 2 in top comedic actors, because not only was he a funny man, but he was a brilliant actor and a genius when it came to improvised dialogue. The only reason why I've put Robin Williams in my number 2 is because, like I've said, I've enjoyed his drama films more than his comedies. That, however, does not change the fact that I think he's one of the greatest comedians of all time. I also think it's very sad that he left this world only last year, and he will be sorely missed by many.
Entry number 1.
Time for my number 1 entry of greatest comedic actors. This choice will probably get me a lot of negativity from some who watch this video, but I believe I have a right to my own opinion. So here I go. This man is someone who I guess generally plays the same type of character, but he has on more than one occasion played a different type of character. The reason why I say many will disagree with this choice is because his films lately haven't been as great as some of his earlier ones. Nevertheless, this man has never failed to make me laugh. He's played a golfer with a violent temper. He's played a 27-year-old man who's going back to school. He's played a stuttering water boy, a wedding singer, a Hawaiian vet, and even an alcoholic who had an inappropriate relationship with his teacher. That's right, my choice for greatest comedic actor goes to Adam Sandler. I know what you're thinking. Why on earth did you put Adam Sandler above Robin Williams? Well, my answer's simple. Although Adam Sandler's films probably aren't as great as they used to be, he's an actor who's never failed to bring a smile to my face when I watch one of his films. I'll be blunt, I find his childish humour within his films very amusing. I'm willing to say this as well. I think Robin Williams was a better actor than Adam Sandler. I've just enjoyed Adam Sandler's comedy films more. As I said, Adam Sandler has never failed to make me laugh. His film Happy Gilmore is probably one of my all-time favourite comedies. His films Billy Madison, 50 First Dates, and That's My Boy are more films where I remember laughing myself silly when I watched them. What's more, it's probably weird that I say this, but Adam Sandler was also the first actor who made me cry while watching a film. I'll be blunt, I cried when I watched Click. That bit near the end where he, spoiler alert, dies, never fails to get me a bit emotional. And although he's my favourite comedian, I refuse to watch his films Jack and Jill and Going Overboard because I'm afraid they'll ruin my image of him because they're considered to be his worst ever films. So all in all, Adam Sandler is my favourite comedian because I just find him hilarious. Those are my top choices for comedic actors. If you disagree with me, please leave your own top 5 choices in the comments below. I'd love to see your choices because, as I said at the beginning, I believe a comedian is a person you either love or hate. Thanks for watching, and if there's anything else you'd like me to list, please leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to list it. Thanks for watching.
Lurch's List.